Right, I'm back on the allotment. Just come down to feed the chickens, and I've picked some peppers and some tomatoes. But it's just to show how far I've got with my cold frame up to now. So I suppose this is part 3. And there we go. What I've done is I've connected the back section. There you go, it's a full view of it. I've connected the back section along the bottom to the board at the front, which is here, that board, that cross section. Fixed it with metal clips. I've fitted the hinges with the boards and infilled a cross member to join the front board at the top to the back frame, which is carrying the lights when I've made them. I've done both ends, and I've fitted hinges, which I've used an adhesive. Can't remember what adhesive it is. I think some of it, well, it don't matter, it's an adhesive, like sticks like shit, stuff like that. Gap fill it is actually, and screwed, just so that the screws will hold more. And what I intend to do then, so I've done 3 of them, I've got this one to paint. Here we have another end hinge on the carry board with the infill. These ends will then get plasticked. I shall then fill these with just with plastic. I should probably put another piece of wood down the middle just to bisect it. And then these long boards here, which I got free, they're going to go along the end here. There's going to be another board in here. And then one of them long boards will go along the bottom, which I will bolt with our bolts, roofing bolts, and give it rigidity. And the other board I shall screw fix along the top, across the top here, all the way down. And I've ordered some 280 micron plastic, which they say is quite thick. I've ordered that because it's only a tenner. Well, it's £7.99 delivered off Amazon. So I've ordered that, and I shall sheet that, pull it nice and tight, and staple it with some plastic reinforcing so so it don't pull through the staples. And like I say, I'll plastic the ends, and then that's the cold frame done. And next year, once the seedlings start to grow, start to pick up, I shall move them out into the cold frame. And once they're gone, or as soon as they're gone, I shall then plant the melons in here. So next year I should get some melons. Should dig a huge big square hole, probably foot by a foot and a half, fill it with manure, and just plant the melon straight into it. I better stick to the path because the grass get turned up. I've also picked all the thinnings out of me turnips. They would have probably turned into turnips. No, these are the Swedes. These are the Swedes. A bit late really with all that. I had so many peas in. I plant all my peas all at one go in March, and due to the cold summer that we've had at night, it took a long while for them to mature. So I was late getting my Swede turnip and winter radish in, but they're coming. If I get anything, I'll get something maybe. Winter radish is coming. These are quite an interesting plant. It's coming, isn't it? Yeah. They turn, winter radish turn black. They have black skins that you peel, and then obviously inside it's just an onion, a radish onion, and it's pure white with a black skin. Sit all over winter. At Swede I've thinned out, but I just don't think they're going to get much growing now. And my beetroot, some of my beetroot's kept, well, it's all kept seed from last year, and some of it's white. God knows how it's gone white, and some of it's shard. I've got shard in there, but it all come out of the same plant. Must just be cross-contamination and pollen when it was in the process of making seed, I suppose. I'll just show you my quick harvest. It's not cold. It's not cold today. I might take his coat off in a minute. Right, these are my peppers. That's a peach punnet. So that's my peppers. Tomatoes. Started freezing my tomatoes so the wife can just put it in casseroles. In here I've got some like walking stick kale. It just didn't. It's not germinating, so I'm taking it home in my propagator. Give it some heat for a couple of days, see what happens. If not, I'll use the rest of the seed that I've got, but I ain't got a lot left. The next job I've got to do is in here. Is in here. Getting a bit of fungus on these plants now because it's a little separate environment in there. But what I've learned is it doesn't matter if you remove the leaves as long as you leave probably 5 or 6 stems at the top. So whatever dirty leaves are at the bottom I shall remove, because what happens is this mould, this sort of greyish mould, I don't know whether it's from whitefly or it just comes on the leaves, but that can travel down and get into your sprouts and make sprouts go black. Then the wife moans like hell because she's soaking them in salted water and trying to clean them, and she takes that many leaves off because it's black all in it. You end up with a little sprout the size of a pea. Personally, I'd eat it. I ain't bothered, but that's what we have wives for, isn't it? To look after us. Because no doubt I'll probably end up going all fungusy by eating crap. So, chickens are looking a bit wet today. Well, they aren't too bad. Got kale leaves in there. They've had wheat today. They've had layers pellets, and they've had in that green tray over there. They've had rhubarb crumble, raspberries with sprinkling of sugar, mashed potato, sugar puffs. So they've had a little bit of a fill today. Love it. Oh, I've still got a plum on the tree. We've had about 15 plums off our tree. No, I can't get it. I've locked it up. Can't be asked. I'll get it later. I've got to come back down later. Always come down twice. All different times of the day. I've filled up some more in this compost with fresh horse manure. And in here, that's pig shit. And where is your horse manure? When you dig it out, it's all crumbly and flaky and rather easy to shovel. This pig shit, as you can see, goes like soil. It's hard to bloody dig out. But the problem I've got is I need to keep getting horse muck. So I've got this pig shit down there, which is, well, it's ready to use. and I need to keep getting horse shit, so I'm just going to have to tip the horse shit on top. I'll keep putting some in this middle one. This is the what I've dug out. All good stuff. So anyhow, that was just a quick run around the plot. Cabbages are still doing fine. That's not in focus, is it? That's the biggest cabbage I've got. I've got another one down the other end that's getting quite big. I've had one that's blown. Chicken's got that. Then I realised I could have just took the outer leaves off and ate it myself. But I really could do. Now I've got another broccoli. And there. Yeah, I need to cut that. I'll cut that today. Have I got any more broccoli over here? No. Got 2 sprouts in there. God knows how I got. Oh, look at that. I've got that one coming. So I've got 3 more heads of broccoli, calabrese. And in here, these bloody Savoy cabbages. They're coming though. They're coming, they're hearting up. I expect they'll be the last cabbages I eat. Well, I've got one that's hearting up. The other one's, well, 2. Take a bit longer for them to come. Christmas, January time. So, anyhow, it's a quick run round the plot. Just go down to the greenhouse. I might invest in a camera, just a cheap camera, so I can just sit it down, because I keep having to, if I want to film anything that I'm doing with this camera on my phone, I just gaffer tape a bamboo cane to it and stick it in the ground. Just be nice to stick the camera somewhere so that I can just do some building work or something, really. Right, the onions that I planted, they're all started to come now. They're all started to come. Move that. Me calabrese has come. Just got to thin a couple of them out. And this is the walking stick kale. I've got 4 of them that's come. In here I've got 1 cauliflower come up. So I put the lid over it. And I repotted, well, I got the aloe vera that I was given, and it had 3 babies growing on it, so I've took them babies off and repotted them up. They look as though they've took. There weren't much of a root on them. But, and here, nothing's happening yet with these. These are the snowball onion sets from Wilco's. These are Japanese onions, these ones. Always plant Japanese onions out in my allotment, but this year I'm going to try it in the greenhouse. 1, it might grow a bit quicker, and 2, it'll be a little bit more of a standard environment for it, so that because normally on this plot, Japanese onions, they always, as soon as spring hits, they're going to seed. So I don't care how big they get, just don't run out of onions. And these tomatoes, just couldn't show you my tomatoes. There aren't many left. I've just done that picking that I've just shown you in the van. So as soon as these are finished, I've got a few tomatoes up there that are green. There's a red one up there. As soon as they've turned, I shall have them out and get the onions put in. Planted in. This looks to me as though she's grown. She's getting bigger and thicker at the top. I've repotted it. Just want to get a nice china pot for it now. Probably from Wilkins, or they sell them at Lidl's. Just some pots. so I can take it home, because I think it's not a bad looking cactus, to be honest. Stand it somewhere in the house. Not that I've got many places left in the house. Could do with a bigger house, really, or some people would say, oh, throw some stuff out, but even though I've got clutter in my house, it's the rooms that are filling up, and there's no clutter in the rooms, just running out of walls to put stuff. So I think I'll draw it to an end now. Just a quick run around the plot. These barrels here, though, look at that. They're all full. I've got 4 barrels there. They all feed into one another, as you can see with the hose pipe. And they're all full. That comes off this roof there, longest guttering, down that pipe, which has got a T in it. And when I put the pipe into the barrel, it goes in the barrels, and when I lift that pipe up in the air, it goes straight on into the square IBC, which is so I'm going to put another barrel here and another one here, another 2 of these blue barrels, painted black, and I'll hook them up from this one to that one, so that I've got 2 more barrels. And then next year, beginning the season, when using quite a lot of water, I will have 6-7 more barrels. That's 1400 litres of water. So I shouldn't have to go to the well at all. Went to the well this year and filled up a couple of barrels with my daughter and her boyfriend. They did all the hard work, and filled a couple of barrels up. I think I got down to along here. They were all empty at the front, and I got down to this one. So I still had 4 barrels of water, but you can never have enough water. On the little plot, I ran out, used 1 whole IBC, 1.5, so that's 1500 litres of water I used over there, and there weren't a lot of water, mainly on the peas. There's only enough going on now. I'm off. Thank you for subscribing. I've got 9 now. Chuffed about that. I've got my first subscriber, who's a survival chap from Australia, and I've got many more. So thank you to my subscribers. Like and keep viewing a bit more, because some of my views, they don't go on for very long, probably because I'm a bit, well, I don't think I'm boring, but probably because I waffle on a bit, and probably say I'm boring sometimes. Anyhow, like I say, I'm waffling on. I'm off now, so thanks for subscribing, and see you later. Bye.